Hi, my name's George. We're in Braidwood, which is in the southern Tablelands in New South Wales. We're on a property which is approximately 1,000 acres, which belongs to my mother. And my parents purchased this property back in 1986. It's been farmed, as far as I know, for the last 150 years. The Braidwood district here has been on and off in drought since the year 2000. We have a local climatologist who's recently put out a report based on the changing weather patterns just in this Braidwood district over the last 20 years, and there seems to have been a significant increase in the northerly and westerly winds, which is what they're hotter and drier, and there's been a decrease in our southerly winds of about the same amount, which is where we get our moisture and the cooler air. So that has a compounding effect. We've got 24 dams, and up until about 2 weeks ago, of that 24, 4 had water in them, the other 20 were dry, and of those 4, only 2 were sort of fit for livestock. We've gone from, in an average season of running approximately 400 breeders, down to only being able to run 100 under the current conditions. One of the more obscure side effects of the drought is the movement of native animals, which you can see to our right here. We've got a fairly extreme potential to have an erosion problem here, and this is all because of the wombats where they resided down near the creeks prior to the 82 drought. They've since moved looking for greener pastures. I used to have a full-time employee here, and very reluctantly, he was a great lad and great help for the place, local fella, and I had to let him go about a year ago and just couldn't afford to keep him on. That's happening all over the district. The shops in Braidwood and the businesses in Braidwood have certainly suffered due to the effects of the drought and the less spending from the land, the rural sector. The effects of prolonged drought also has a human impact, and that's an impact on the farming families, wives, kids, everybody in the community. There's a feeling, I think, that quite a lot of people get that they've somehow failed, and they've tried everything that humanly possible to manage it, and it's sometimes it's bigger than them, and the toll that takes on families is extraordinary. If the weather pattern continues along these lines over the next 40 to 50 years, it's very hard to see that agriculture will be sustainable as we see it. So farming for the future in this area, we have to look at better ways of catching every drop of rain that falls, keeping the ground cover up, planting more trees. I believe we're custodians of this land, and you're here for a pretty short time in the space of things, and I'd like to think we could leave it in a better ecological state than when we got it.